What we have here is something absolutely amazing. Asus is kicking 2025 off strong with a lineup of gaming laptops and now a 2-in-1 laptop tablet. This is the Asus ROG Z13 and it has the most powerful integrated iGPU currently out on the market. Let's check it out. Back in early December, I got invited to an Asus event in Toronto to check out some of the tech they're going to be releasing in the new year. I was super excited to check out the Flow Z13, and so far I've been really impressed with the performance of this tiny powerhouse. Disclosure, Asus did send me out the Flow Z13 to check out, but they're not paying me and they're also not reviewing the video before I post it, so all the opinions are my own. If you guys want to check out any of the tech that I currently use or have used in the past, everything will be linked in the description. There's not much to the unboxing, it's pretty much just the Flow Z13 and the power brick. The power brick uses the Asus proprietary power connector. Now the Z13 is a chunky boy, coming in a little under half an inch and a little over 2.5 pounds, so it's got a little heft to it, but it's what's inside that makes this machine a beast. Before we get into the specs, I'm trying to get this channel monetized and watch time is very important. I'm about halfway there to get monetized, so if you can stick around to the end, it would really help me out a lot. Inside the Flow Z13 has the new AMD Ryzen AI Max plus 395 CPU, 16 cores, 32 threads, RADEON 8060S integrated iGPU, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, 1TB SSD that is expandable, and it sports ROG's Nebula display, 13 inches up to 180 Hz, 3 millisecond response time with a resolution of 2560 by 1600, and a 70 watt-hour battery life, so you're getting pretty good battery life there. Usually when you have a hybrid product, it does everything decently, but it doesn't excel at anything. The Flow Z13 is definitely an exception to that rule. It's a powerful laptop tablet as well as a powerful gaming laptop that can play pretty much any game at 50 FPS or higher. You have the removable chiclet keyboard that's also a screen cover. There's some pretty strong magnets holding the keyboard on. The keyboard does feel pretty good, but the backlighting is pretty disappointing. Even on max brightness, it's pretty hard to see unless you're in a really dark room. It's got some nice ventilation on the top and the back. Paired with the 2nd gen arc flow fans, vapor chambers, and liquid metal, it can stay pretty cool with everyday use. The kickstand is pretty robust with the hinge looking really beefy, and it can angle the Z13 at any angle you can ever need. For the connections, we have two Type-Cs that support USB 4 and DisplayPort 2.1 and Power 3.0, HDMI 2.1 and a micro SD slot. And on the right side, you have USB 3.2 Type A and a headphone jack. Power button on the top as well as the volume rocker, and the third button is the quick action button for changing a few settings like your gaming profile and Armoury Crate settings. I'm not going to go too much into Armoury Crate. It's Asus's software to change power levels, fan speeds, lighting, stuff like that. With it also having a touchscreen, in the future I'd like to try and learn how to do 3D modeling to get more into 3D printing. The Flow Z13 can easily handle everyday tasks. Being a content creator and it being more portable than most laptops, I could take it anywhere and work on my content. Jumping into gaming performance, and all I can say is this thing is a beast. Starting off with Helldivers on medium to high graphics on turbo mode, we were hovering around 75 average FPS. These are the same settings I use with my gaming PC with a 4070 Ti in it, and I get maybe around 90 FPS. The Ryzen AI Max plus 395 processor with the integrated iGPU is compared to around an NVIDIA 4060. Going into Dark Tide, this game is a little more CPU intensive, and on medium settings with no frame generation on turbo mode, we were getting around 50 FPS. And with AMD frame generation on, it was getting up to 85 to 95 average FPS. Ending off with everyone's current favorite game, Marvel Rivals. Same with Dark Tide, I was getting around 50 FPS without frame generation and getting over 100 FPS with frame generation. And AMD's anti-lag doing a good job cutting down the latency, I couldn't even tell. Overall, I'm really blown away with what Asus and AMD can do with their integrated graphics. Anyways, I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end of the video, and if you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.